over at I'm sick and tired of the snow and winter and cold, and I just want to go out and catch something big, and when you set the hook, it's solid, and then it fights back with big head shakes. I'm over winter. Because I'm over winter, I'm rigging up some stuff and getting things ready for open water fishing. Since I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna show you the, oh, it's a woodpecker. Hey, woodpecker. Squirrel moment. Whoa. Hey, get out of here. Since I'm rigging stuff, I figured I'd show you the ultimate big catfish rig. And the ultimate big catfish rig's like actually a rig and a half. I'll show you what I mean. Let's go. Woody, how do you feel about the cold? Are you a fan? Yeah. Don't even act like you like the cold. Whoa. You're very regal today. I need to pick up and get my life sorted out. There's no school today, which gives me the chance to do this stuff, which is really nice. Except I have to make it up when the weather's actually nice out and I want to be fishing. But hey, can't win them all. But it'd be cool to win a few. That's why I'm getting stuff rigged up. All right, let's go. What a generous conglomeration of junk. Put that all together and you're getting somewhere. Now the ultimate catfishing rig, it can be a lot of different things to a lot of different people. For me, this is ultimate catfishing rig, and I haven't found a lot of situations where it doesn't excel, and you can tweak it how you want. So let's get it tied. Now the order might be a little off. I get in a hurry sometimes and don't think through situations. I'm sure nobody watching this video could ever relate to that. Seriously though, if you couldn't, good for you. What we got going on here? We got 85-pound braid mainline. You got a 3-way crane swivel with a clip on the bottom to my sinker. The leader is 50-pound mono. And then we got a float, some rattles, beads, and a 10-aught triple threat circle hook. Now, everything on here is optional. Like, you don't need the float, you don't need the beads, you don't need the rattle. You need a hook, but you don't necessarily need this hook. The things that are required are a 3-way crane swivel, a snap, a sinker, a hook, and then this guy to have the ultimate big catfish rig. And the reasons are, with this 3-way crane swivel, my sinker is fixed. So if I'm fishing during the day and I'm fishing in a place that has heavy cover, this essentially functions a lot like a jig, because if you cast out and this gets hung on some structure on the way down, your sinker's still going to hit the bottom and your bait's going to be clear up here, and you will be none the wiser. I mean, there's a little bit of a tell, but not a big time tell. To have a fixed sinker during the day, especially if you're fishing in heavy cover, you know your bait's going to be close to your sinker, and if your sinker don't hit the bottom, your bait didn't hit the bottom. The other side of it is, because this is a fixed rig, your sinker, or your leader, this is like, I don't know, 12, 15 inch leader right here, you know your bait's only 12 to 15 inches away from your bait. With a sliding sinker, the bait can pull additional line away from the sinker, or if you're using a chunk of cut bait and current, the current can cause it to flap around and pull the bait away from the sinker, increasing the length of your leader, increasing the likelihood of you getting snagged. So that's the gist of it. Like, that's the importance of this fixed sinker rig. And if you're like, oh, what if the fish is scared of the weight? That's like little fish stuff. Big fish don't give a crap if your weight is fixed. They don't give a crap about tension. I mean, there's a reason diddy pulls work. They just pull against that constant tension. The problem is when there's inconsistent tension, where if you pick up a rod from the rod holder, I just spit there, I'm sorry. It happens, I get excited about catfishing. If you pick up the rod from the rod holder and you pull back and loosen the line, pull back and loosen the line, That inconsistent pressure tends to be what causes a fish to drop the bait. This sinker isn't going to bother him. This stuff, that's optional. Like the float keeps your bait up off the bottom, like suspended up off the bottom, not stuck in a snag off the bottom, but suspended off the bottom, more visible to catfish. Rattles can sometimes call them in. They're not magic, but I do believe at times they make a difference. So I always throw one rod, at least one rod out there with a rattle, if not multiple rods with a rattle. The beads give some separation from the hook, so if a big cat comes up and eats it, this bead is less likely to get in the way of the hook and impair your hook set, because then bites, slides off, rotates in the corner of the jaw, and you got him. As far as circle hooks go, triple threat is my favorite blue cat hook. Great channel cat hook. My favorite flathead hook is a 10-aught Super J, because lots of times flatheads eat it and they don't move, and with the J hook I can reel down and I can still stick him even if he's looking right at you. With the circle hook they gotta at least turn sideways and swim off of it, swim off for the hook to rotate in the corner of their mouth, and you can reel down on them, but if they're looking at you, lots of times that just comes straight out their mouth. Not always, sometimes they'll get caught in the bottom or whatever, but I just have a higher hookup percentage with J hooks for flatheads, but that's like the only fish I have a higher hookup percentage with J hooks instead of circles is flatheads. So that's the first part of the rig. The other cool part about this is if you're fishing all day and you want to fish at night, sorry, squirrel moment. If you're fishing all night with this rig, I don't like to have a fixed sinker rig at night because I like to hook my baits in the tail and just let them chill out, especially with flatheads. And with a fixed sinker, when the hook goes through the soft tail section of the bait, they're more likely to tear off when they're pulling against this fixed tension. So what I'll do is I'll take this clip off, put this sinker slide on. The cool thing about these sinker slides, you don't have to cut the line. Now, retying on a regular basis is a good thing, but if you're not good, it's kind of annoying if you have to retie. Double line over, slide it through here, pull it over the loop, repeat up here, pull it through the loop, and it's on. Then you put your clip on here. Oh, hey, Woody. Woody. Oh, hey, Ella.
Hey. What are you showing everyone?
I'm showing the ultimate big catfish rig. Do you notice my face getting red? Because now I'm embarrassed because you like caught me in the act of filming. Aw, shucks. Anyway, like I was saying, now this is on here, it's free sliding. Reattach my sinker, and that way, when you have a live bait hooked on here at night, he can tug against this, and you have some give, and he's less likely to tear off the hook. So in my opinion, it's a win-win. There's really no downfalls of this rig. You could say, well, this extra swivel here is going to catch a bunch of crap floating downriver. Most catfish rigs are pretty bulky to begin with, and with any kind of sinker slide, any kind of swivel, any kind of weight on your line, and then a big honking chunk of bait right here, it's going to catch some crap floating downriver. It's just kind of inevitable and goes with the territory. But yeah, hopefully that educated you, and if there's any tweaks or something, yeah, leave them in the comments. I'm always down to learn something new. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope that helps you catch some big fish for real. And I'm gonna sit here and wait for the snow to thaw and hopefully catch some big ones of my own someday. Anyway, really appreciate you watching. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of this stuff, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see something else, leave the suggestions in the comments. I'm all ears. I try my best to accommodate for all that stuff. Thanks for watching. Hope you catch a giant.